The Treksperts Quiz would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which this show is created. We pay our respects to elders past and present and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people today.
Double T Media.
You're listening to BQN. Assimilate the audio.
Quark Tank. The following was originally broadcast live on YouTube, so it therefore contains some visual references and jokes. However, you can still enjoy it here in its audio format. Hope you enjoy the show. Well, hello, and welcome one and all to the Quark Tank Live, presented by the Treksperts Quiz, which is a Double T Media production at home here on the BQN Podcast Network. It is I, your festive cheer host, Davey Willett, here to present an exciting Treksperts Quiz with a twist. If you are not familiar with what the Quark Tank is, think of the TV show Shark Tank, where a bunch of people come along to pitch ideas to some wealthy entrepreneurs in an attempt to get their, new gadget gizmo startup bankrolled and off the ground. We are doing a very, very similar concept today. You may remember we did this some time ago during the Battle of the Bevs as a segment, but today we have a whole festive episode of the Quark Tank. So we have got 5 different teams from across the Star Trek podcasting galaxy here today, all ready to pitch their idea for the ideal, or what they think is the ideal, Star Trek holiday special. Now they're going to be pitching that to our Quarks. We have a very, very special group of Quarks today who are going to join me now. Can I get my Quarks to join me on screen? We have got Quark Ashlyn from the Duras Sisters. We have got Quark Sam. We've got Quark Mike from Deep Space Pride. And we have got Grand Nagus Giraffe from Strange New Pod. Welcome. And also big welcome to everyone who is watching live. We are on YouTube, Facebook, we're on Twitch, we're on X, you name it. This is going out across the airwaves today. YouTube is probably the best place to interact because there may be some polls and stuff like that going on later. Remember, everyone in the chat, you can also grill our Quarks today too. So if you've got questions during each presentation, make sure to put them in the chat and we'll see if we can get to some of them during each one. But before we get to those, let's get to know our Quarks. These are the ones with the Latinum to invest in our Star Trek holiday special ideas. And we're going to just get to know a little bit about each of our Quarks and what it is. And I'll start with you, Ashlyn, if I can. What will it take to make you give up your Latinum today?
Of course. So a Star Trek holiday special is a very special thing. And I'm going to want to see a pitch that is detail-oriented, have gotten a lot of their things and flattened out. They know what they're putting on the screen. I want it to make sense and be maybe plausible in some way. I want it to be exciting. And I want to feel the mood of the holiday spirit or the community spirit. So maybe a high bar, but I'm excited to see our pitches today.
You want it to make sense. I think you're
starting a little bit.
Whoa. Let's not go too crazy there, Ashley. All right. So I think that's I think that does set a good baseline, but I'll go now to Quark Sam. Sam, what will it take for you to open up that little purse of yours and distribute your bars?
Well, I've thought long and hard about this, and I think the only thing that will get me to back a proposal is Art Carney's ghost.
Okay, niche, but cool. Meanwhile, everyone, all the groups are in the green room at the moment, going, "All right, how do I put that into my pitch?" Interesting. Thank you, Sam. Quark Mike, what are you looking for today?
I am looking for something that covers the diversity of the Star Trek universe. Something that gives a great message to viewers, both fans and new potential fans as well. And something that is completely not the Star Wars holiday special that will live on in infamy. So let's set the bar slightly above that one for reference sake. So
cool. So no Starship musical numbers or dancing Wookiees or anything like that.
No dancing Wookiees, please, or dancing dwarfs necessarily. Although I don't know, that might be something there. So
I like this. I think we've got a diverse set of expectations around what we're going to see, but I think one of the most important people to impress is the Grand Nagus. Grand Nagus Giraffe. What are you looking for today?
I'm looking for pizzazz. I'm looking for drama. I'm looking for, insane costuming choices. I'm looking for the unexpected cameo. I didn't think Okuna would show up or something like that. I'm looking for the Star Trek episode I'm gonna watch, and at the end I'm gonna be, what did I just watch? But I'm gonna like this. Yeah, big production. I'm not into musicals at all, so no dancing, no numbers, just FYI. But I want the drama. I want telenovela level of drama.
Oh yeah. That's I mean, telenovela drama, just nothing says like Christmas or the holidays more than a telenovela drama. Really. Some bad lip syncing and some bad slaps.
Exactly. And it was your brother that did everything.
Wine in the face. Yeah.
Exactly. Surprise me.
Well, look, to our teams who are waiting in the wings, please don't feel the need to do any last-minute adjustments to your pitches based on any of that feedback, because you never know what could wind up hitting a nerve today. I think for me, I would love it if maybe someone at Paramount watches this and goes, do you know what? It's time we did an actual good, high-quality Star Trek holiday special, because I want a Star Trek holiday special that I can put on year after year in between Home Alone, Home Alone 2, and Love Actually, or as I like to call it, Horrible People, the movie. So we've got the chat going as well. Get some great ideas coming through in there for what they're looking for too. So remember, chat, when our pitches are coming through, you can ask questions of them, and we will try to integrate some of your questions into the interrogation. Now, I think we've got a lot to get through today, so I think we need to get started with our first group. Can I please introduce Sophia and Adrian from Where's Beverly?
Enter the Quark Tank.
Oh dear. All right. I'm going to switch to speaker mode. Ladies, impress us. Let's go.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us this evening. We are the ghosts of Catherine Janeway's poor unfortunate sisters from a previous incarnation where we were all working in the factory with Fontaine in Charles Dickens' London.
We lived a charmed life, the three of us, orphans, enjoying what little free time we had selling Katharine Hepburn impressions for cheese. Eventually, and quite unexpectedly, the two of us died from the vapors, and poor Catherine never recovered. Left alone in Victorian London, burdened with the guilt of our deaths, one night, in a fit of grief and caffeine withdrawal, she called upon the demon of Christmas spite to harden her heart against all joy and love of Christmas.
For eternity. And thus she's been reincarnating over and over again, never finding love, never ice skating, never having the chance to reunite with her high school flame, all because of that tiny, insignificant decision to call upon a demon and willingly enter into an eternal curse.
Semantics. Anyway, this is where we find her, or rather, where the story begins, with another equally burdened but not quite so hardened soul.
Picture it. New Rocky Mountain Hideaway Inn, Vermont, December 2010. The recently widowed father Chakotay is struggling to care for his orphaned nephews, Tom Paris and Harry Kim, also, as fate would have it, widowed fathers themselves. Tom and Harry have been struggling to weld a Christmas angel for the tree, but it isn't going well and everything is awful. The bank run by notorious banker Quark has told Chakotay and his foster sister Laris that they have run out of time to cough up the money they owe on the mortgage. A cool 20 million bars of latinum. We're being honest here, you guys. It's not great, and Tom and Harry know what's going on. They are, after all, very smart 40-year-old children.
Desperate to save their surrogate father's candy factory, Christmas tree farm, bed and breakfast inn, and by extension, Christmas, Tom and Harry split up. Harry goes into the town to the local dressmaker, scrounging up his last shillings to buy a dress for Laris so that she can look sexy in case they lose the inn and she dies of unfulfilled Christmas spirit as a result. Tom goes to the outskirts of town to find Chakotay's long-lost sister, 7 of 9, who was banished from the town years ago for refusing to shut down her health clinic to make room for a gingerbread cookie store. While selecting the perfect dress for Laris to sexually die in, Harry bumps into a woman so ethereal, so otherworldly, that Harry has to do a double take to make sure he isn't face to face with his very own Christmas angel. Clad in a pristine white pantsuit, her hair perfectly coiffed, stands Catherine Janeway, a fancy business lady who's come to town to ruin Christmas. And by that, I mean she has the audacity to do her job in December without even considering taking a day off just to drink apple cider and think about Santa.
Although she's lost her Christmas spirit years ago, Catherine is struck by the 40-year-old child trying to pay for a $400 ball gown with Monopoly money and immediately pays for the dress. Just because she doesn't believe in Christmas doesn't mean that a grown man-child should go without. And meanwhile, Tom begs 7 for help, even though she's evil. She knows math and only likes Christmas an average amount. She reluctantly agrees to go over the inn's books and look for a solution, and Tom allows her access to the inn even though she is single and therefore cursed.
While all this is happening, Catherine just isn't able to shake her encounter with the small, orphan adult man from before. She needs to be at her important meeting where she looks at graphs with men for an hour, but something tells her that saving a company from bankruptcy is not nearly as important as stalking this man-child with the $400 dress.
Sledding over the snowbanks, she follows him to his home, the inn and stuff, where she's struck by a flannel-wearing man. Chakotay. Those eyes. That axe in his hands. The vague feeling that in another life he's her subordinate and this would be inappropriate. But not now, she thinks to herself, aghast. He notices her staring and offers a handshake, and when their hands meet, sparks in the shapes of candy canes fly around them, a portent to the magic which awaits them. Of course, no one notices.
Well, actually, 7 and Laris do notice from inside the inn where they're arguing about what to do with Quark, kill, marry, or bang. They see the sparks and decide to do the only logical thing: call upon the Dolly Parton Christmas angel, Beverly Crusher. She appears in a flurry of rhinestones and green mist, eyes a bit dazed and glassy, but excited nonetheless, and waves a wand.
Suddenly, Catherine trips on her silly little lady feet and falls into Chakotay's arms. Catherine, he grasps. Chakotay, she whispers. It's you. You're my Christmas spirit, and you have been ever since I met you 60 seconds ago. A lifetime, Chakotay answers before kissing her. Seven and Laris think this is great and all, but what about Quark? The mortgage, die in order to save things, looking sexy, the adult not twin baby children?
But all those things are just fine, and will also be rushed according to the genre. Quark shows up and, upon being offered a cup of hot chocolate, decides the 20 million isn't really a big deal after all, and no one needs to die. Looks like the boys will have their best Christmas ever. Beverly is gifting them the ideal Christmas topper, a welded receptacle for creepy ghost life forms, and they're getting a new mommy just in time for their 41st birthday and the annual Christmas party.
Yay! Everyone got what they wanted in under 90 minutes, and Catherine's curse is broken, setting both herself and us free. And that's where our story closes, with the snowed-in Christmas shindig.
This party has everything.
Scrooge, played by Kermit the Frog, played by Dirty Rotten Scoundrels era Michael Caine.
The demon of Christmas spite, Rick Berman.
Mick Fleetwood and The Rock walking Captain Archer's dog, Porthos.
The patron saint of 40-year-old children, Jack Crusher.
Raffi, the time-traveling knight fighting an army of catsuits to save her lady love Seven.
Amanda Plummer, but damp.
And most importantly of all, what everyone has wanted since time immemorial, to see Chakotay and Janeway finally touch butts. And also, confirmation that Dr. Crusher truly is Blaze and Bev, the Christmas angel we don't deserve, but needed all along. Thank you.
Okay. Wow. I think we all need a moment. Now, we were only streaming the image of Adrian and Sophia, but I could see the Quarks absolutely... Well, they were loving it, but they were losing it at the same time. That was everything I've come to expect from you both and more, really. You're getting a lot of love in the chat, but the most important thing is convincing our Quarks to invest their latinum. Now, before we get them to invest, they're going to give you a little bit of a grilling, a little bit of a Q&A around your pitch. So let's start with Ashlyn. Ashlyn, what would you like to ask Where's Beverly?
Sure. So first question, I love your costumes. Wonderful choice. But I'm curious if the ghosts of the sisters are going to be incorporated throughout the whole story. Like, are they narrators? Do they come back after the beginning? I'm just wondering, because we kind of have a Halloween and Christmas thing going on with them both. So I'm wondering how you're reconciling that theme or just vibing with it.
Yeah, that's an excellent question. Thank you so much for that question. So we are the narrators. We do sort of come back at the end where we finally kind of are freed from our curse and explode into like candy canes and snowflakes. I know for myself, speaking for myself, if this does make it to production, I would like to be played by Glennis Johns from the Mary Poppins era. And Sophia, who would you like to be played by?
Scrooge McDuck.
Makes sense. Mm-hmm. I can see it. Yeah.
Mm. Anything else, Ashlyn?
I think no more questions for me.
No, there are no words. I understand.
Yeah, I have to recover.
Quark Sam, what are your thoughts?
I'm so happy to see the cast of Space Sisters getting reunited in this pitch here. I felt so moved that I had to put the poster up behind me. But I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed there was no Art Carney.
That
Yet. There's no Art Carney yet. So what you didn't see, Sam, is the sort of like post-credit scene where Art Carney and Will Ferrell like show up and reenact a scene from Elf, where Art Carney plays Buddy's father. And they have this like reunited kind of really lovely moment. So I'm really sorry that we forgot to mention that.
No, I appreciate you clarifying that. All right, I have no further questions.
excellent. Thank you, Quark Sam and Quark Mike.
I am thoroughly impressed with this presentation. Watching my fellow Quarks enjoy and laugh through the funny parts and the not so funny parts of this story. I feel like this is a launching pad for the Hall Quark channel, perhaps.
This is actually going to air on National Geographic.
It launches Shark Week.
I see. Oh, okay. Well, that's unfortunate. I was really looking to invest in Hall Quark. But I actually really have no questions. I mean, I do have one. Is there any, if we can put enough Latinum together, is there any star from any of the other Star Treks that you would like to incorporate into this story that you have not yet?
The macrovirus that Catherine Janeway kills with a knife.
I wonder if they're available, though.
They do have a very full schedule.
Yeah.
They do, indeed. That's all I have. I mean, fabulous presentation. The costumes were amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Quark Mike. And finally, Grand Nagus Giraffe.
Hello. You know what I meant by telenovela level of drama. So first of all, thank you, for respecting the spec. I have a question. It was a lot of information, so bear with me if you talked about this character. But I wanted to know if we could have a little bit more Tuvok in that story. It were any possible to have a little bit of Team Ross.
Absolutely. I think there's always a place for Tim Russ in anything, right? Absolutely. So I envision there's a few possibilities here with Tim Russ. So first of all, he could be sort of a third narrator, like the sort of the Ghost of Christmas Future figure in a way, right? Creepy, but elegant and sophisticated in a Shakespearean way. So I feel like that would be an excellent moment for Tuvok to really shine. Perhaps he guides the narrators and also the characters through this. Alternatively, he is the one in heaven sort of talking to Dolly Parton, Christmas Angel Beverly Crusher, encouraging her, hey, this is how you get your wings, Clarence, right? Please go help these ridiculous people. So either a third narrator or God.
I think Tuvok as God is fantastic and terrifying. So yes. You also spoke about the Catherine Janeway's iconic white suit, right? I love this. Are you envisioning the same suit, or would you bring in, like some redesigning, like we've seen in Strange New Worlds, for example, of the original costumes of Voyager?
The same suit, but slightly damp and covered in rhinestones.
And also...
Okay. So that's going to bring the budget of the movie in places that I don't know if Hall Quark will have that kind of money. Mike, I'm ready to invest. Thank you. I think that's all with us. We would have to see the rating of the movie because there's some
butt touching, so that may add some price to the overall budget.
I feel like we could also just sort of twist it around to like butt bumping, right? That's also an option.
And I will
reasonable.
say, don't worry about the budget for cocaine. We're able to get that really, really cheap. So that shouldn't go into the final decision.
We did die in the 1890s where cocaine was plentiful on the streets as prescriptions from your doctor, and also in Coca-Cola, so aptly named.
Our doctor gave it to us because we're women.
We were feeling silly.
Very savvy. I like this. I like how budget oriented you are. We respect this. Thank you.
All this talk of cocaine, I'm just waiting for YouTube to cut off the stream. Great. Thank you, everyone. Before we invest, before you do an advance on your investment of Latinum, I will go to one quick question from the chat. Amy Nelson is very interested to know who you will be getting to do, behind the scenes work on the show. Like, who's going to be on the production team? Have you spoken to Michael Westmore or even the Okudas yet?
So
Jonathan
I'm
Frakes
thinking, yes,
is
Jonathan
directing.
Frakes, and then the macrovirus, when he's not acting, is director of cinematography.
Excellent.
Absolutely. And then we have Will Wheaton, but Wesley Crusher as sort of like an advisor and also just like a cocaine distributor.
Fabulous. All right.
Catering.
We need to move on to the investment part right now. So how this is going to work, everyone, is that each of our quarks has got 10 bars of Latinum per team, right? So they've got 50 in total. So right now, each one of them will decide how much of that 10 bars of Latinum they would like to put down as an advance on this idea. They can put all of it down. They can put some of it down and save a bank for the end of the show and then distribute the rest of their Latinum after they see each pitch compared to the other. So I'm going to go through one by one. I will start with Ashlyn. Based on that, how much of your 10 bars would you like to invest in Where's Beverly's idea?
Yeah, well, I am a huge JC fan and I love Hallmark. I feel like this was catered towards me. In fact, I would probably watch this every year. So up front, I am going to put down 3 bars of Latinum.
3. That's a strong initial investment. Well done.
Mm-hmm.
Well done. And Sam?
I'm very impressed. I'm glad to see that the star of Space Sisters Kermit the Frog is returning. So I'm going to also say 3.
Okay, that's another 3. Mike?
I'm going to join my fellow Quarks in also contributing 3 to this fine pitch here.
And Grand Nagus?
I'm gonna pitch 2 bars of Latinum because there are people who know me very well in the rest of the castle. I want to be surprised, and only 2 if I get the role of the dressmaker.
Of course,
it's yours.
2 bars of Latinum for me.
All right, Sophia and Adrian. Look, I think there is a bit of a curse in going first, right? Because I think there may be some conservative investments there based on, wanting to see what the rest of the pitches are going to be like. You have had an upfront investment of 11 bars of Latinum. Nice, strong start. Well done. I'm going to ask you both to retire to the green room. Thank you so much. We will see you again at the end of the show. All right, that's going to be an interesting one to follow up. A very unique pitch, and I agree, Amy Nelson. We haven't even heard all the other pitches yet, and we're giving 3 bars. I think that's quite interesting. So, look, I think we need to bring on our second pitcher. I am going to get Mr. Todd A. Davis of the Computer Resume podcast to join us here in the Quark Tank.
Enter the Quark Tank.
Todd, come on in. Can you hear us? What are you doing there?
5 golden beers.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm glad to see you've been warming up there. Now, Todd, I am going to switch into speaker mode, and we are after your pitch, my friend. Your time starts now. Take it away.
Malcolm Reed is standing on a beach, Panama City, Florida. The collar of his black peacoat is turned against the sea breeze that relentlessly whips through his graying hair. He might enjoy the view of the stars beginning to twinkle over the Gulf of Mexico more, were it not for the tears in his eyes. The retired Starfleet captain reaches into his coat, underneath his left shoulder, and draws a bottle of bourbon. After unscrewing the cap, he watches as nearly half the bottle empties out in front of his own boots, creating a small crater in the sand. Wherever you are, cheers. Between swigs, he lets the bottle hang at his side on the 6-mile walk back to Tyndall shuttle dock, where his Starfleet-assigned babysitter would eagerly await to annoy him all the way back to Seattle. Christmas Eve, 2178. Malcolm finishes another cocktail while brooding out the floor-to-ceiling windows of his Alki Point residential unit over Elliott Bay, when his antique grandfather clock began to toll the hour. Suddenly, his clock wasn't the only thing ringing. Unsure if the tone was real or merely a figment of his slightly inebriated imagination, Malcolm cautiously makes his way to the front door, hesitating only slightly in front of the weapons case containing a pair of phase pistols from his days aboard the NX-01, now just a place to rest his nearly empty glass. He takes a tactical position on the side of the door with the activation panel, readies himself, and activates it. A hooded figure dives through the door, grabbing Malcolm's right hand with their left and clutching a handful of Malcolm's sweater with their right. They push and shove each other and battle, Malcolm grunting against the inebriation from the alcohol. They finally back up against the weapons case. Malcolm, with his free hand, grabs the hood, pulls it back, and reveals the face of the man who was his commanding officer and friend 17 years ago, Commander Charles Tucker III. Cut to black. It's been a long road getting from there to here. Everybody, it's been a long time, but my time is finally here. Suck it, Giraffe. I know that you hate singing. And I can see my dream
come alive at last.
I
will touch
the sky.
No,
And
they're not gonna hold
me
me
down
down
no
no
more.
more.
No,
they're not gonna change my mind. 'Cause I got
faith of the heart. Going where my heart will take me. Yeah, I'm singing the whole thing. I got faith
to believe I can do anything.
I got strength of the soul. No one's gonna bend or break me. I can't reach a star. I've got faith.
I've got
faith. Faith of the heart.
Are we done?
Title card. Title card. Enterprise of all the shuttle pods. Back in Malcolm's apartment, after the two men have had their little fisticuffs, they sit in front of a roaring fire. Trip compliments Malcolm's hits, surely from his training with old Haymaker Hayes. So how's T'Pol? Oh, she's gone to Pajim, taking a vow of silence. I don't think we're going to hear from her anytime soon. So through their discussion, Trip lets loose the secret that he is part of Section 31, and he's here with a final mission. And there's nobody else he'd rather have in a shuttle pod for an extended period of time than Malcolm Reed. The mission: secure the package, deliver to a secondary location, and element 3 is classified. They will be taking a new type of shuttlecraft. I think they're calling this one Galileo. It's on loan from a young from a young engineer named Tobin Dax. So they get in the shuttle and they go off on this one last ride to get the package. The package is Trip's daughter from Unexpected. Remember when he got pregnant? Everybody remember that? So while they're on the shuttle flight, Malcolm's like, why is Terra Prime trying to take out your daughter? It's like, well, they figure any sort of race mixing is bad, and they get wind of old Starfleet records from the logs from the NXL-1, and they're like, you know what? We couldn't get Trip's daughter before, so now we're gonna get her. We're gonna get the other one, and we got to take her to a secure location. Well, what's the secure location? That's classified right now. So they get there, and they sneak past the guards like they do, and they get to Trip's daughter's room, and she's 17, so she's being all 17, and she's like, "You were never there for me, Dad." And he's like, "Well, I didn't know that you were here till recently. So yeah." And she's like, "Well, you could have been involved in my life this whole time, but you weren't." And he's like, "Well, I'm here now. So get in the shuttle pod so you can have some more life and stuff." And she's like, "Fine." So they get in the shuttle and they go back. Now they got to go back to Earth. And they're like, "Well, why are we going back to Earth? Terra Prime is there." They'll never look in their own backyard, specifically that Carbon Creek, Pennsylvania, where T'Pol actually had first contact, the real first contact. So they drop her at a safe house in Carbon Creek, Pennsylvania. And then the mission's over. We've had a great time. And it's time to, Malcolm, this whole time, he's seeing Trip interact with his daughter. And at this point, Malcolm has kind of shoved everybody in his life away from him. And he thought his friend was dead, but now he's not. And he realizes he's been alone for most of his life. He's pushed everybody away. He's had no real relationships. Even his own parents don't know him that well. And so they're on their way back. And they get back to Seattle, and then Trip knocks him out. And the whole thing, he knocks him out and goes cut to black. And then we see the next morning, Malcolm wakes up laying on the floor, his glass overturned. His glass is overturned sideways on the carpet, and there's a wet spot there on the floor from the drink. Oh, that was a lot. Hold on. So he wakes up, there's a wet spot on the floor, and he thinks, "Oh man, what a crazy dream." And he's really feeling the drinks. So he calls the one person that he has actually kept in his life, and it's Phlox. And Phlox gets there and diagnoses him with a hangover. And so Phlox says, "As your doctor and friend, I order you to take 2 of these and call me in the morning." And opens the front door, and there's Travis and Hoshi. They're like, "Happy holidays." And Hoshi was like, "Yeah, Phlox was thinking you might need some cheering up." And Travis comes in. He's like, "Hey, man. Oh, by the way, there's a package outside your door." And so they come in, And Malcolm steps outside, and sure enough, there's a box outside the front door, and it's got a Starfleet logo on it. It's not like a paper box. It's like a mechanical, like locker type box. They bring it in, and they put it on the table, and Malcolm touches the logo. They touch the logo, and this voice comes on and goes, "Do you accept the last will and testament of Charles Tucker III?" And Malcolm's like, "You know what? I think I better open this in the other room. You all make yourselves comfortable. Start pouring the Christmas cheer." And Phlox is like, "What?" And he's like, "Don't worry, Doc. I'll be sticking with water, maybe some coffee." And he gets into the other room. He opens up the box, and inside there's a Frankenstein's monster action figure and a bottle of bourbon with a note that says, "Try not to drink it all. Try not to drink it alone." And Malcolm joins everybody else back in the living room, and the glasses of cheer and one glass of water have been poured and distributed. And Malcolm raises his glass of water, says, "To everyone who's here," and everybody smiles, and goes, "And to everyone who isn't." And the smiles remain, but now it's somber agreement. And Malcolm says, "Wherever you are, cheers." And as the ghost of Art Carney observed, "Hugh bless us, everyone."
Todd.
Yep.
Todd. That was, look, you had us at the end of Faith of the Heart. Like, we were on board, but then the emotional roller coaster and the melancholy that was that holiday special just kept going. So, Quarks, Enterprise, or a holiday special set in the Enterprise kind of period. Interesting. Let's quickly dive into any unpacking that you want to do. I'll start with Quark Mike. Anything that you would like to unpack for this?
I mean, Todd, I would love to go have a drink with you and teach you the real meaning of champagne.
What's stopping you, Mike? Bring it.
Versus whatever you're drinking right now. But no, I don't have any questions. Well, I do have one thought. Enterprise is very niche, and it's come a long way since its premiere. But
it's been a long road.
Yes, we've heard that. Thank you. But I'm just wondering if it's too niche for the Star Trek holiday special.
That's a good question. Thank you. Anybody else?
We'll take that.
It's Star Trek. It's Star Trek, Mike.
We'll take that as a comment.
No, I am a huge fan of season 4, and I actually I do really enjoy Enterprise. For
God bless Manny Koto.
Yes, exactly. We should raise a glass to him, actually. Except my glass is empty. I'm concerned about the nicheness of just the Enterprise, and certainly just Hoshi coming in at the last minute. I feel like I'm a big fan of diversity, and having a wide array of cast members, and as much as Trip and Reed are besties, I don't know how much of an appeal that's going to have widespread.
Well, I see your point, and I didn't want to flood the thing with cameos, but Shuttle.
You definitely did not flood anything with cameos. I will say that.
No, the only thing that's flooded is me.
Yeah. Yes.
So I think having a couple mentions of certain things, and letting the cameos come in at the end and stuff like that. Shuttle Pod 1 is a seminal episode of the whole series, and I kind of wanted to see if we could capture that twice. Capture that lightning in a bottle again, and really, I feel like Malcolm Reed really didn't get the character exploration that he probably should have, along with most of the cast in Enterprise. So I thought this would be interesting to see what happened, almost 20 years later. Where does that guy end up, and then when confronted with his best friend and the opportunity to have one last ride, does he learn anything along the way and all that good stuff? So thanks,
All right.
Mike.
In the interest of time, I'll throw any of the Quarks or the Green Nagus. Yes, Green Nagus, you have a burning question. Go.
Yeah, I wanted to know who you would cast for the daughter, for Trip's daughter.
Well, the actress that played the alien that Trip got with initially, and her name escapes me for the moment, but apparently her daughter has done some acting, so I think that would actually be really cool to sort of bring her back. To be honest with the cast, and as in an effort, to be honest, I see a lot of different things happening with this. So in an effort to save money, I would actually like to see this animated. I'd like to see it kind of like Vox Machina, or maybe, closer to an anime style. I think that's something that franchise hasn't done yet. And Star Trek animation is kind of hitting, it's on that upward tick with Lower Decks. And, everybody's got that love right now because of the anniversary of the animated series. So yeah, let's go animated.
All right. And they just did it with Babylon 5, actually. So it could be a thing. Ashlyn or Sam, any last minute thoughts you want to throw out before we throw over to the Latinum tracker? All right. So
what are you scared of questions?
Well, I mean, the chat's just got some general questions about how much of that champagne you've had to drink. And
5 golden beers. They clearly weren't listening, Davey.
Clearly not. All right, so let's go around. How much of your 10 available bars for this round are we looking to invest? Sam, can I start with you, please?
This is a tricky one. 1 bar.
1 bar? All right.
With Art Carney and everything?
We're going to be conservative.
I'm going to be conservative for right now, but we'll come back to this one.
All right. Ashlyn?
Yeah, I enjoy your diehard approach to this holiday special. We've got mostly Section 31 and a little bit of holiday at the end. I am concerned it's going to be too sad for a holiday special and a little bit too niche. And so I am going to give 1 bar of Latinum.
All right. 1 bar to start with. All right. Mike?
I too will give 1 bar, although I fear that it will go towards the purchase of more of Todd's champagne. So can I do a half a bar?
Listen, if you give me 1 bar, that's 3 more bars I got. So it's, hey, you can never have enough bars, people. Come on.
And Grand Nagus, how much would you like to invest?
I will not invest for now. I need stories to pass the Bechdel test to be able to get my Latinum.
Oh dear. Oh Todd. All
right. And
right.
I cheered when Trip died, so
How dare you?
I spent literally 4 seasons hoping he was gonna die, and then he crooked, and I was like, finally. So do not bring it back.
He's never been gone, man.
But no, seriously, we need stories that pass the Bechdel test. It's the future.
We do.
Let's go.
All right, Todd, that gives you 3 bars of Latinum as your initial. That's your initial investment. All right, so you can get more at the end. Please go and hang out with, and thank you so much for that emotional ride. It was quite the roller coaster. Please go back and join the other teams in the green room. We will see you again at the end of the show. All right, Quarks, that is 2 down, We've got 3 to go. We're doing well. All right. So let's bring in our next team. I think now these two were actually on Treksperts Quiz not too long ago. Hailing Frequencies Open is a fantastic show. Their entire cast joined us and they were a lot of fun. But today I'd like to welcome on Mike and Lanita.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Well,
I just want to say, every time you say Mike for Quark Mike, my blood pressure goes, is he calling on me? Like, is the teacher calling on me? The story of being Mike. So here's to you.
Now, I understand you've got a bit of a visual aid for your pitch today. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Absolutely.
Well,
absolutely.
It should be all yours. So,
all right.
Feel free to share away and show us what you got.
All right. Let's see.
I want to start by saying. Oh, go ahead, Mike. No, Mike, you go.
Host disabled participant screen sharing.
Oh no! Let me just see if I can fix that. One moment, please. Dear. Try now.
Okay. You were saying, Lanita.
Thank you all for having us here today on Quark Tanks. We are excited to present to you our amazing ideas for a Star Trek holiday special. We know that some of you have certain likes, dislikes. However, we believe that what we are going to present today is going to change your collective minds about the things you think you don't like. So be prepared to have your socks blown off that you're going to say, here are all our bars, Latinum. We're funding your special.
Amazing.
Mike Jones, take it away.
Mike, is it letting you share yet?
I had to open system preferences. Sorry. now the problem is on my end. What?
Lanita, have you got anything else just to help fill time?
Absolutely.
I guess we didn't
Absolutely.
practice
We and see. But that is all right. So I want to say thank you.
Oh, here
and
we go.
Here
right.
we are.
Here
Please stand by.
All right. Brought to you by Sluggo Cola, the slimiest cola in the galaxy. It's the Star Trek Holiday Special with your host, Captain Picard. Starring the galaxy-wide famous subspace city Rockettes. And featuring Commander Data as Scrooge in a scene from A Christmas Carol, with special guest from the FCA, Brunt, as Marley's ghost. Keen viewers can spot Picard peeking in through the window as in full Scrooge getup, ready to step in just in case Data is actually Lore planning to ruin the ending by keeping Scrooge evil. Is that the ghost of Art Carney? Anyway, moving on. Special appearance by Beverly, the dancing Dr. Crusher, who will delight us with her tap dance version of the 12 Star Dates of Christmas. And the Starfleet Band will test the limits of subspace frequencies while accompanying the EMH as he sings a medley of holiday hits from the Delta Quadrant. We welcome aboard the Enterprise Show Choir singing holiday favorites, I'm Dreaming of a Ketracel White Christmas, I Saw 3 Starships Come Warping In, A Santa Clone is Coming to Town, and everyone's favorite Andorian, Shran, is singing I'll Have a Blue Christmas. Also, Klingon Krampus will be there to take dishonorable children to Stovacor. And a grand finale as the Guardian of Forever takes us back to The Nativity, starring Pelia. Yes, she is that old. This and more, Friday at 8/7 Central on NBC.
Wow. Okay. I think that's something else. Let's round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you.
Certainly our shortest pitch so far, but do you know what? Like, I'm feeling, quality over quantity right now, Quarks. That's what I'm getting from this. So
variety.
Let's take it away. So in the chat, feel free to ask questions because these guys have given us time. So I'm going to start with Quark Sam this time around. What are your thoughts? What are your questions? What do you need to unpack from that very interesting and very original presentation?
Coming into this episode of Quark Tank, I didn't know what to expect. I expected greatness, but I did not expect perfection. This has everything I want out of a holiday special. The inclusion of Art Carney's ghost, it just perfect. So all I have to ask, is there going to be a segment where we cut away to like Vulcan for a weird segue with like B. Arthur?
Oh, absolutely. B. Arthur bartending at a solemn, they're all eating plomeek soup and she has to kick them all out. Yes, that's definitely on board.
Excellent. I have no further questions.
Thank you, Sam. Ashlyn?
Sure. So, wow, I see so many similarities to the Star Wars holiday special, but I'm hoping that you will not make it terrible.
Never terrible from us. We are musical theater and theater folks. We know production.
Yes,
that's true.
No, that is what it seems like. So I'm hoping you have the will to commit to finish this project the way that it should be done. I do have a question. Because obviously you have an amazing lineup of performers on this variety show, but is there any sort of central narrative or overarching story happening, or is it just straight acts back to back to back?
Our host, Captain Picard, is putting on a show for the Enterprise and has put together this wonderful array, and that is our story. His narration presenting the show.
Okay, wonderful. No more questions.
Mike. Quark Mike, that is.
I don't remember enjoying 3 minutes of presentation more in last year than this presentation, to be quite honest. Take note, all of my other presentations that I've attended. I don't have any questions other than I love it, and I'm going to put up right away. I'm going to put up 6 bars of Latinum right up front.
Thank you.
I am
Thank
hugely
you.
a fan of this. I'm going to jump ahead, Davey. I hope you don't mind.
Okay, 6 was it?
6 it is, yes. I am supremely impressed, very excited, and I expect to see this down the street at one of the theaters in New York City here by November of 2024, please. And
you will not be disappointed. The Ruckettes have been in rehearsal for weeks.
Excellent.
Lot of love. Well done. That is the first, just boom, Latinum on the floor investment. Before we go to the Grand Nagus, some stuff from the chat. Your co-host Damien would like to know if there are any wise men in the nativity.
It is a live nativity. Wise men are very hard to find, to be honest. Nowadays, let's say there will be wise people in the nativity.
I like it. Very, very good answer. And Amy Nelson, my BQN mother, has offered. Well, she's like, have you wondering what streaming services you might put this on? And she would like to get exclusive rights to this show on the BQN podcast network. So the offers are
things can be arranged.
Yeah, offers are rolling in already.
Absolutely, give us a call.
We'll have your people call my people, call your people. We are here.
All right, we might have a deal on our hands, Amy. All right, so Grand Nagus now. It is a musical, so I'll I'm just going to step back and
no,
let
David,
this
David,
out.
no. It is not a musical. It
No?
is a variety show.
Oh.
Yeah,
This is
that's what I got. Yeah,
Okay,
there's
okay,
music
good,
in it,
good.
but it's fine. It's not like only this.
Correct.
And I'm not against it. It's just not my favorite, Like I wanted to know because we got some singing before. I wanted to know if you could give us a little taste of one of the songs that you advertised in this holiday special.
Well,
live on
let's
Instagram, we're
see.
singing.
Like
Well,
a blue
I
Christmas
need
or
to have a little tea.
a white Ketracel Christmas. I would love to.
Let's see what I can recall. I saw 3 starships come sailing in. Oh no, I already messed it up. It's warping in. We need more rehearsal. We'll get there.
Okay.
Good opening line though.
I think that's all for me. I like that you know that's definitely something I'd watch, and at the end I'd be, what did I just watch? Which was one of my requirements. So I mean, true.
Dear.
I think we've hit the mark there.
You look. You know
Absolutely.
what? I think you've already got 6 bars of Latinum. So let's go around the rest of the group. And how much of your 10 bars do you want to put down on the table for this? I'll start with Ashlyn.
Yeah, I am very much looking forward to this. I'm going to put down 3 bars.
3 bars. Okay, good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
On par with Where's Beverly. So you have got you're poised to take over them here, depending on what you get from the other Quarks. So, Quark Sam.
So I have to clarify with you real quick, Davey, just to make sure I'm getting this right. So I have 10 Latinum per pitch, right?
Per pitch, yep. So you can invest up to 10 in this, or leave some more till the end. So up to you.
All 10. All in.
Whoa!
Sam, we appreciate your investment. We're going to make this the best holiday special ever.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. That has definitely put you are the richest group so far. But
Broadway, baby.
Grand Nagus, what would you like to put down?
I thought it was 10 total, so now I'm like, wait, what? I could give each pitch 10?
You could.
I didn't know that. Last time it was 10 total.
Yeah, you can give 10 in total to the pitch, but you can then hold if you don't want to give 10 now, you can hold off, and then whatever you have left at the end, you can distribute however you want.
Okay, so I can still I still have 8 remaining. No, 18 remaining from previous pitch. Am I right?
Yeah. So you've
okay.
So you can invest.
I'm sorry to the previous speech. I'm really sorry. I thought I had 10 total.
All right, you save it.
You know I'm not good with math. My bad. I will give you 3 bars of Latinum. I like the cookiness of it. And I'll come back to. I'm sorry, everyone.
3 bars. It's all good. I was
Bechdel test failed. Does not take any Latinum. I see the messages. I see you.
I hope that our group's still waiting in the wings, taking note of this. But
I will not take any questions.
Regardless, though, that has put you in the lead for now. Because you are ending with a 22 bar investment to Where's Beverly's 11 and Todd's 3. And you have an offer to produce and stream and distribute your show from Amy on the BQN. So I think that's a good result. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Your co-hosts Aaron and Damien are cheering you along in the chat as well. So thank you so much for bringing the A game. I'm going to get you to go and wait in the green room, and we will see you again at the end of the show. Thank you so much. All right. I'm loving the creativity from each of our presentations so far. There is a lot of thought and a lot of effort that has gone into these. Now, we're going to move on to our next presenter. Can I please welcome to the stage the one, the only, MC Froden.
Enter the...
Hello.
MC, my favorite scorekeeper. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you feeling? Following up from, I mean, there was just a lot of love given to that. So
that was good, but I think I have something really special here.
All right. Now, I know that you need the screen, so I'm just going to make sure that I've given you access because we don't want to go through that again. All right. MC, our second solo presenter, take it away.
So Star Trek is not something that naturally lends itself to a holiday special. So if we're going to do it, it has to be something joyful, something that celebrates the whole franchise. Something that refuses to say no and always says why not. And there is only one series that has all of these. So this is the Star Trek Lower Decks Interplanetary, Multi-Generational, Extra-Dimensional Holiday Special. So I would like my co-writers on this to be Mike McMahon, since he's the Lower Decks maven, of course, and Aaron Walke, because some of what I'm doing resembles something he's done, and he deserves more time working on it. There are two classic Christmas stories that get used as a basis for episodes of television. We already had It's a Wonderful Life done brilliantly in Tapestry. So what's left? That's right. This is A Christmas Carol. And we're taking the carol part very seriously. It's A Christmas Carol, Freeman. Okay, let me see if I can share my screen.
There we go.
Okay, we can see that?
Yep.
Okay. So Starfleet is about to go in its week-long period known as the Interplanetary Multi-Faith End-of-Year Holiday. And do you know who was all about it? Mariner. She's wearing a Santa hat around the ship, singing Christmas songs. And Freeman is just so completely done with the festivities and points out that it's not even a Christmas holiday. So Mariner really needs to calm down. But Mariner points out that the holiday is for everyone to celebrate their own culture's end-of-the-year holiday. And the whole reason she went into command in the first place was so that she had a red shirt to wear with her Santa hat. And before that, she was captain. Freeman was really fun at Christmas. But Carol responds that was just to placate Mariner. But now she's grown up, and Carol doesn't need to pretend she likes the holiday anymore. That night, she wakes up to the sound of rattling chains. There is only one person who can be our Jacob Marley, and that is Sir Peace Stew himself. It's Jean-Luc Picard. You guys did see the changing of the picture, right?
Yeah, it's working.
Just making sure. And he is warning Carol to take the holiday into her heart the way he never did. Carol points out that, one, Picard lacks a heart to take the holiday into, and also, he's not dead. Picard asks her to please just go with it and says she'll be visited by 4 ghosts. 4 ghosts? Isn't there supposed to be 3? Again, just go with it, Carol. But she's pretty sure she's been kidnapped to the holodeck. The first ghost shows up, and it's our boy Boimler, the ghost of Christmas past. Or holiday past. Carol thinks he's going to show her her past, but he says she already knows all of that, and what she needs is to see other people's being affected by the holidays. So first, he takes her to the Enterprise NX-01, where T'Pol has made an attempt to appreciate human culture by giving Archer and Tucker gifts. Their socks. And then they go to the original Enterprise, where not long after her Illyrian status was revealed, Una shares an Illyrian holiday with La'an. And finally,
They go to the crew of the Enterprise A, where they're celebrating their first holiday aboard because they're the closest thing Kirk ever had to a family. Boimler leaves, and Carol is joined by the second ghost, which is the ghost of holiday present, Devana Tendi. When Carol tries to protest that some of the things Tendi is showing her happened years ago, again, Carol, just go with it. Can't you accept this is what's happening to you? So Tendi, very excitedly, shows her the first holiday where Bev was alone after Wesley went off to Starfleet Academy. And everybody on the Enterprise D trying to bring her out of her quarters to accept that just because Wesley's gone, she can still have fun. And then on Deep Space Nine, Sisko throws a massive party where everyone shares their traditions. This is the Ferengi time of mass purchasing, the Bajoran time of family. And Odo feels left out because the changelings suck. But everyone insists that he's a part of their family, so he has to be a part of their traditions too. And finally, on Voyager, Neelix tries to cheer up the crew during their first holiday in the Delta Quadrant. Carol is pretty sure she knows what's up now, until Rutherford shows up as the ghost of alternate universe. Before she can ask what that means, she says, "You're going to tell me to just go with this, aren't you?" How'd you guess? So in the Mirror universe, Carol sees herself with Mirror Mariner, giving Beckett a brand new knife. Our Carol points out that since Mirror Freeman is evil, that's really not saying much in, favor of this. But Rutherford just says, just look how happy these two are with their gifting of knives. And then in the world of yesterday's Enterprise, Tasha Yar celebrates solemnly with Ensign Crusher. And finally, in the Kelvinverse, Spock celebrates Hanukkah with Uhura as he's embracing his mother's Judaism after her death when Vulcan was destroyed. When Carol is shocked by the destruction of Vulcan, Rutherford tells her, it's a long story. So Carol is completely confused by what's going on. But there is still one more. The spectral ghost of Holiday Future appears. Carol sighs. Beckett, I know it's you. Oh, how'd you guess? Well, all of your friends have been the other ghosts. Of course, this one is you. Yeah, okay, Mom, but we're doing this anyways because I've got some super cool places. So first, Mariner takes Carol to Prodigy, where Janeway has introduced the crew to the holidays of their people. When Gwen feels left out because her species doesn't have holidays, Dahl says that since he doesn't have a proper species, they can make their own holiday together. On the Titan, Seven is surprised to find out Shaw is actually really into Christmas, like to an insane amount. And it's actually really unnerving to see Shaw as like the ultimate Christmas guy. Like Christmas sweaters are actually assigned to be worn on the bridge. And then finally, in the far-flung future, on Discovery, Saru tries to convince Michael to take some time to celebrate. She's really focused on being the captain, but she needs to take some time away, so he introduces her to some Kelpian traditions. And she admits that while Vulcans don't really have a holiday around this time of year, she used to celebrate Hanukkah with Amanda because I am making that canon, damn it. And Amanda would celebrate Christmas with her. So at the end of this, Carol is still annoyed. With Scrooge, by the time he got to the Ghost of Christmas Future, he knew what was coming. He was coming to a bad end. And if he didn't embrace the holiday, that he would die alone. And Mariner gets aggravated, telling Carol that it isn't about her, that Scrooge was like super selfish because he didn't want to die alone. And that's why he embraced others. And what everybody's been trying to show her is how people come together at this time of year. Why can't Carol see how everyone is happy sharing the holiday with the people they love? And all Mariner wants to do is spend the holiday with the person that she loves more than anyone in the world. Why does she hate it so much? After all, it's her birthday too. Oh. Beckett wonders if Carol is mad that she has to share her birthday with the holiday, or if it's something else. Carol reveals that her birthday, and the holiday by extension, just reminds her of all of the things she hasn't done. She's still stuck on a California class ship. But Mariner tells her she could remember all of the things she has done because she's a badass captain. And she hugs her mom tightly. Are you sure you aren't just mad that you were born on Christmas and Grandma names you Carol? And Carol says, yeah, that doesn't help. But all Mariner wants to do is be with her mom on this holiday. Carol agrees that she wants to have a good time with the people she loves. So the crew of the Cerritos have a joint holiday and birthday party in the bar. And while there, Q appears next to Mariner. She thanks him for setting everything up. He says he was happy to do it because he enjoyed putting Jean-Luc in chains. But this makes them even, Mariner. You can't call in any more Q favors. He disappears, and Mariner goes back to join the party.
Well done. How was that? Okay, so loved the graphics. Loved the graphics. You're getting a lot of good love in the chat as well. Now, our Quarks. Another interesting multimedia pitch today. I'm going to go to Sam. Sam, what would you like to unpack with MC?
You know, I did not expect 2 home runs in a row. Like this is the perfect Star Trek holiday special. David, I got to clarify another rule. So I have a bank of Latinum from the ones I didn't use, right?
Yes, but you can only use up to 10 during the initial pitch, and then whatever you have in the bank at the end, you can distribute however you want.
And we have FCA agents guarding the door, right? So Todd doesn't come in here.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give MC another 10 because not only did she provide amazing graphics, but wow, what a great story. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
10 straight up off the board. All right. Okay. There you go. Ashlyn, any questions before you hand out your Latinum?
My only question is, did you draw the graphics? Like was that all you? That's absolutely amazing.
The backgrounds were not the backgrounds. I just copy pasted because I got lazy.
Yeah. Your Zachary Quinto looked eerily. It was exactly him. So wonderful, amazing. I'm gonna just also say I'm giving you a 10 right now. All my Latinum goes to you. I think having this live in the Lower Decks universe is absolutely brilliant because they are the chiefs of chaos and nonsense, and having this kind of story told in this way is brilliant. We get to see all the different types of Star Treks. So sorry, Davey, I'm jumping ahead, but I cannot be quiet about this pitch. So wonderful.
That is fine. It was so good. It was so good. Thank you, Ashlyn. And Mike?
Well, not to be a repeater, but I'm going to give 10 Latinum bars of Latinum as well. I thought this was amazing. I love Lower Decks. I think this was a perfect pitch. I think this brings the holiday feeling, but also includes the multiverse of Star Trek. And your artwork is amazing. So 10 out of 10, I agree with Ashlyn on that. So yes, I have no notes, no qualms, nothing. When can we see this, please?
Incredible.
I'll see what I can do.
Don't forget to keep the questions coming in the chat as well. Grand Nagus, anything that you have to query before handing out your Latinum?
A technical question. So, first of all, amazing putting every single Star Trek series in there cameos. So is it all animated? Every single cameos, or do we have some cameos that are actually live action?
I was debating that whether or not we wanted to go live action because I know Mike McMahon wants to do another live action. The reason I didn't specify that was because I couldn't find a picture of Dawn Lewis not smiling. So I couldn't Photoshop a picture of her as grinchy Captain Freeman. But yeah, I think we could possibly do some live action segments. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Okay, thank you. Should I pitch now? Because I feel like I'm the only one who didn't pitch. I feel so much better than everybody else gave 10 bars of Latinum, because I want to give 10 bars of Latinum also, but I didn't want to like sound like I was playing favorites or something.
Oh, everybody will just assume it's because I did a picture of Spock and Uhura.
Exactly. Well, that duh. So yes, 10 for me also.
Wow. That's a perfect score. 40 bars of Latinum has put you well and truly in the lead. But the Quarks, you have saved quite a bit in the bank. So depending on what we see next and how you feel once you've kind of had a chance to digest all of them, it could change. But MC, fabulous job. You are in a strong position. Amy's also now talking about bankrolling your show too, so there could be a bidding war, a streaming giants bidding war on our hands. MC, thank you so much. I'll get you to go back and hang out in the green room. We will see you back here again at the end of the show. All right, Quarks, before we bring on our final, a quick round the grounds. How are we feeling? What do you think our last group needs to pull out of the bag to impress? Giraffe, how are you feeling going into the last one?
I don't know. I'm gonna say I don't see how they're gonna bring yet something else, but I know they will. Mm-hmm. So that's the beauty of Quark Tank,
That is indeed.
I get out of the Quark Tank always ready to invest in a new streaming service. I think we are doing whole Quark, right, Mike? We're bankrolling this, right?
The whole Quark network, it's happening.
Whole Quark network, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yes. We should definitely. The whole Quark network is a thing. We're going to do this.
And Ashlyn, what about you? How are you feeling after this? And what are you looking? What do you need to see in this last one for another perfect score?
I'm feeling so inspired. There are so many different takes on the special that we're seeing tonight, and I have high hopes that we're going to see something else very creative and unique coming up for the last pitch. So I'm just excited to see what it is.
And Sam?
Can't be worse than Todd's. So I'm excited.
Oh, Todd, you know what? I love you, Todd. I love you. But I also know you can take it. All right. Thank you. All right, so
savage.
Really savage, actually. All right, so our final group, I'm very, very excited to bring on. It's been a while since they've been on the quiz, but I know these two are hilarious. They are brother and sister, and they've been slowly doing a Mystery Science Theater 3000 take on the original series, where they watch it and comment and, basically blow it all to pieces, as appropriately. So can I please, from Star Trek, the original siblings, can I please bring on Alex and Sammy?
Enter the Quark Tank.
Hey, you two. Hey, welcome. It's so good to see. How does it feel going last, right? You've been hanging out in the wings now for the last hour.
We thought we were going second, and then so I don't know why we thought that, and then Todd went. And we're like, oh, we must be going third. Like, great to go after Todd. But so I guess we're going after everybody. So that's fine. We're ready for it. You know, we don't have a visual aid, but we got this.
Well, take it away. The floor is yours.
Okay, so our version of the Christmas special is going to take place entirely in the original series universe, because I think we can all agree that most of the best Star Trek movies are with the cast of the original series. So, you know, why change it up? You know, why confuse it? We're going to stick with what we know works here. So without further ado, we're going to kind of act this one out for you. We present to you Spock the Halls. Captain's log, stardate 2112.25. We are en route to the planet Adventus 12 to deliver much-needed food and supplies. Adventus 12 is a strange planet with a tundra-like climate, even along the equator, and a northern region that has an exceptionally strong electromagnetic pull. But in the meantime, I'm looking forward to my favorite Earth tradition, Christmas.
Cut 2. Kirk and Spock in the ready room. Spock is holding an unwrapped package. Kirk is conspicuously holding nothing.
I figured since you always end up wearing beanies to disguise your ears on away missions that you might like one that I knitted myself. What do you think, Mr. Spock?
Well, it is, as you Earthmen are fond of saying, the thought that counts. I am familiar with this Christmas celebration, a most interesting and archaic celebration of consumerism and capitalism.
Spock, I know some of our Earth traditions can be difficult to understand for you, but I just wanted to tell you how much I appreciate you as my first officer and friend.
There is no need to acknowledge my fulfilling of duty, sir, as I recognize I am adequate in my role.
Isn't there anything you want to say to me, Spock?
Yes, Captain. I did want to inform you that Lieutenant Riley took an extra half hour for lunch again this week.
Damn it, Spock. You're being a complete Grinch. This time of year means something special. Would it kill you to engage in the the holiday spirit?
At that moment, Kirk is paged by Sulu, who informs him that they've arrived at Adventus 12. Kirk and Spock go to the bridge. They attempt to reach someone from the planet, but they're unable to establish communications due to electromagnetic interference from the planet's unusual northern pole.
All right, looks like we'll have to go down there. Chekhov, Lieutenant Hadley, Art Carney, Yeoman Hardbody, Ensign Scroobly Doobles, you're with me.
Captain, perhaps I could be of some assistance as well. I am well versed in polar telemetry, after all.
No need, Mr. Spock. We have Ensign Scroobly Doobles for that. You man the ship.
Oh my, the girls are fighting again.
Shut it, Sulu!
Kirk leaves for the transporter and Spock remains behind, perplexed by the irrationality of humans. For advice, he turns to the most rational human he knows.
Mr. Spock, your physical isn't scheduled for another month.
Doctor, I wonder if we could discuss something. You see, the captain gave me a gift in honor of Christmas and seems most displeased with my inability to grasp what he called the Christmas spirit.
The only Christmas spirit I need is right here, Mr. Spock. Sorry and brandy.
McCoy pulls out a bottle and 2 glasses, setting them on the table. At that point, Spock decides to seek the answer to his question elsewhere.
Why, understanding Christmas, Mr. Spock, it's as simple as understanding the engine of a starship. Now, try to imagine the warp core as a Christmas tree. And the dilithium, why, that's the star on top. And take the antimatter, well, in a way, that's like the gifts beneath the tree, Mr. Spock.
I've often struggled to make sense of your similes, Mr. Scott, but thank you for trying.
Aye, well, can't say I didn't try. Now, how about a wee nip of saurian brandy before you go?
Mr. Spock continues his survey of his fellow crew members.
Why, Mr. Spock, I wouldn't have thought of you as the Christmas type.
Indeed, Lieutenant Uhura. It's clear I've done something that displeased the captain, and I think understanding Christmas will help illuminate things.
Well, it's hard to put into words, Mr. Spock. Perhaps it's easier said with a song. Santa baby.
Uhura sings a delightful and seductive rendition of Santa Baby.
So hurry down the chimney tonight.
So, this Santa is a benevolent provider, a deity, or a father, or a romantic partner?
Oh no, Mr. Spock. I knew I should have sung Mariah Carey instead.
Meanwhile, Captain Kirk has just beamed down with his landing party. The ground is covered with snow, and more snow flies continuously through the air. But the landing party is inexplicably wearing their very thin uniforms.
Captain, scan show that it is snowing. Wow, it's like Russia down here.
They travel for a while through the snow before seeing a very small person. Kirk calls out to him, but he runs away in alarm. Kirk and the landing party chase him and catch him. He is visibly frightened.
Please, we don't want to hurt you. We just need to know, where are all the other people?
They've already been captured by the rest of you Klingons.
Klingons? We're not Klingons. But you must show us where they are so we can help the rest of you, little people.
Elves!
Right, elves.
The strange, small elfman leads Kirk and the landing party across the snowy landscape to what appears to be an enormous igloo-like palace. The elf insists on remaining outside, so Kirk and his men enter alone. They walk, undetected, through long, icy hallways. Before arriving at a large, grand-looking door, they push it open and find a large room. On one end of the room is an ornate throne, and seated on that throne is...
Santa Claus?
Cut to commercial.
Captain's log. Supplemental. Oh, we're not done. That's just a commercial. That's the intermission. Captain's log. Supplemental. Like all Earth children, I've heard the tales of good Saint Nicholas, but I never imagined I would encounter him as a real flesh and blood man. Still, there is something that seems strange about him.
Captain Kirk and Santa Claus stare each other down from across the room.
Ah, greeting, Captain Kirk. I didn't expect a visit from you. Tell me, is this visit naughty or nice? Santa, it can't really be you. But of course it is. Ho, 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 ha. Wait a minute. That voice. I'm feeling a very familiar headache coming on. Can it be Harry Mudd? Oh no, it's just me, jolly old Saint Nicholas, making a list, checking it and all that, you know.
Kirk marches forward, yanking down Santa's beard to reveal that it is indeed the infamous conman and trickster, Harcourt Fenton Mudd, finally getting the third installment in the original series that he deserves. Then, suddenly, the Klingons appear from behind the landing party, weapons trained at their backs. Our gang is forced to drop their phasers while Harry Mudd reveals his plan.
You see, Captain Kirk, I've come up with a brilliant plan and teamed up with the Klingons. No longer will this factory produce presents for all the boys and girls of the galaxy. Instead, it will become the Harry Mudd factory for producing sexy androids. Damn it, Mudd. I appreciate a sexy android as much as any other red-blooded man. But those children need that little spark of Christmas joy.
The crew is then taken away and held captive in Santa's workshop. The real Santa Claus is there too, incapacitated. His elves are also there. After an unnecessary amount of dialogue that doesn't advance the story, and a scene nobody asked for where Kirk has a passionate makeout session with Mrs. Claus, Spock, McCoy, and a bunch of red shirts land on the planet on a rescue mission. They defeat the Klingons in hairy mud by throwing them onto a conveyor belt in Santa's workshop and gift wrapping them into giant presents.
That about wraps that up.
Having rescued the crew, McCoy sets about healing Santa, so he'll be able to fulfill his yearly mission.
He's dead, Jim. Dead asleep. It doesn't look like he'll be up for climbing on that sleigh of his, much less flying around multiple planets in one night.
But somebody has to deliver those presents to the children.
You're right, Ensign Scroobly Doobles. But how?
Perhaps an ancient Vulcan technique will be more effective.
Spock reaches forward to mind meld with Santa. He says all the Vulcan-y, mind-meldy things, and as always, Leonard Nimoy gives a great, compelling performance. However, Santa still doesn't wake up.
Christmas. I understand now. It's about bringing joy and brightness to the darkest, coldest part of a planet's yearly cycle. And the gifts aren't about consumerism. They are a demonstration of one's affection for one's colleagues and relations. Captain, although I haven't revived Mr. Claus, I believe I understand the ceremony well enough to perform it on his behalf.
Sorry, sir, but only someone fat and jolly with rosy cheeks may pilot the sleigh.
The crew looks conspicuously at Captain Kirk, who looks surprised and then indignant.
Well, I don't know about fat and jolly, but I suppose my complexion is on the pinker side.
With that, Kirk and his best elf Spock climb aboard the sleigh. The presents are delivered with care, and each child who celebrates Christmas experiences the joy the Klingons sought to rob them of.
Later on the bridge, Kirk is at the captain's chair. Spock approaches with a wrapped gift.
Captain, thanks to my mind meld with Mr. Claus, I was able to understand the significance of gift giving. This is a token of my respect for you. You see, I know of your love for Earth history, particularly the history of the ships which explored your planet and the captains who piloted them, long before there were starship captains. As our ship relies on you, ancient Earth ships relied on this. It is a symbol for the way in which our ship needs you.
Why, Spock, that's very thoughtful of you to get me this lump of coal?
Spock looks very pleased at having given Kirk such a meaningful, symbolic gift. The rest of the crew bursts out laughing.
Oh, Mr. Spock, I think you still have a lot to learn about Christmas.
Everyone continues laughing. Spock raises one eyebrow. The quirky piccolo music plays as the credits roll.
Oh. Now that felt like, like a proper old school, like Charlie Brown Christmas kind of plot. I do have one note though for you. It's not the coldest and most darkest part of the cycle on the whole planet. It's actually it's actually like burning like fire in some parts of the planet at Christmas time, but that's fine. That was fantastic. Such an amazing script. And those impersonations, can we just take a moment to appreciate those brilliant impersonations? You were getting so much love in the chat for that. Well done. Well done. All right. So let's turn now to our Quarks for their questions and their Latinum investments. I will start with Mike.
Well, I would like to, Alex, commend you on your impressions. Very, very excellent. And the story overall is really, Sammy, your narration is wonderful. But tell us, how are we going to see this? I mean, we unfortunately do not have Leonard Nimoy with us, or DeForest Kelley. So, and dear William Shatner is in his 90s at this point. So talk to us about the production of your Star Trek holiday special,
Right.
which It's a very
I think we'll
Star
just
Trek, the
deep
original
fake it, right?
series.
Deep
right?
fake it.
Well, actually,
Oh,
there's
deep
something
fake it. Oh.
there's something kind of incredible that you don't know, which is that this special actually already exists. We didn't come up with it. They shot it all back in the day, and we just have the only tape of it. So it's just a matter of do you want us to release this unseen episode of the original series, or do you not want to fund the Latinum for that? Because
clever.
That is covered. But as someone who is about to invest their Latinum, I do need to know more about this. All jokes
About the tape?
aside, like, well, I mean,
oh, I mean, it already exists. We already have the tape. You know.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We were just reenacting it for you.
I will allow.
So it actually
my
saves you a lot of
fellow-
money because all you're really doing is buying a tape.
Fellow Quarks,
They already made it back in the day.
On this
We're
one.
we're also in talks with Chris Pine, so I don't know.
If we need to redo it if we need to redo it with the new cast, we can do it. You know.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
All
Let's go to Ashlyn.
Yeah, I have no questions. Again, I just want to commend Alex on the voices were spot on. I love this idea. I love the original series. I think if you're not going to include more of Star Trek, I think if you're going to choose one show, original series really covers a lot of your bases. So I think that's a very strong choice.
Thank you, Ashlyn. Sam?
Man, this one's a toughie. But I gotta say, you had me until you mentioned it was already made in the 70s or 60s. So I have to say that I'm totally against releasing this.
That's part of the charm.
No, if Gene Roddenberry buried this, it should stay buried. So
It was actually his dying wish that we release it, and it was also this is the more surprising part. DeForest Kelly's dying wish as well was that we release it. So.
Wow, you're really digging in on this. Okay.
So really, if you're not giving us Latinum, you're kind of saying like F you to Roddenberry and DeForest Kelly, you know?
Well, now you're definitely getting 0.
Wow. All right. Okay. The gauntlet has been laid down. Grain Nagus, I've been seeing lots of nodding and thumbs up along the way.
You know me. I can stay quiet. I cannot stay quiet. That's why I mute myself. First of all, as Grand Nagus, I want to thank you for having a commercial break. That is a very important part of the whole Quark network. So thank you so much. Yeah, and we had also a Slugger Cola earlier, and I want to praise everybody that keeps in mind why you were here. And I am surprised that you're not open to recasting, as we have amazing actors right now that are.
Oh, we absolutely would. I'm just saying we don't have to, but we'll do whatever you guys want. You're the execs.
Well, if you already have the tape.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a lot of money to spend when you have the tape. Listen, you're the producers. If you want this incredible tape, you can have it. But if you have something against Gene Roddenberry and DeForest Kelly for some reason, then we can remake it with the new cast members.
I mean,
at Quark Network, we like to follow the money, is what I'm saying.
I'm a great
we
fan
can do
of
2 versions,
TOS.
heck.
I'm a great fan of TOS, as like many people know here. So I'm all here for original series. I'm the creator of everything Uhura, so I was very glad that she was here singing. But I do think that modernization of the original series is today a must for our viewers in order to be able to sell these Christmas special.
Well, we could do like a Star Wars special edition thing where we put like a bunch of like big CG creatures like right in front of the frame. So it's like as Uhura's singing her song, yeah.
People of
there's
color,
like just characters
women,
like
just
walking
stick
in
'em
front
in
of the
there,
frame.
yeah.
We'll just stick them all over,
back.
and then it'll feel like really modern. Like
I can't.
I think people will be into
I was
that.
ready to invest, and the more you're talking, and the less I want to invest.
Alex,
forget that last part. Forget that last
You know
part.
what?
Alex,
I
stay away
think
from that
I'll answer the
champagne
rest
that
of the
Todd's
questions.
This is falling
Where's
apart.
the PR? Where's the PR on this team?
Oh, do you know what's
I'm just
great?
saying, we're open to suggestions, you know? We're open to suggestions over here.
Yeah.
We'll try anything if it makes the Quark Network a buck.
This is live and raw. I can't edit any of this out.
We're only doing this for the commercial breaks, let's be honest. To sell Slugger Color. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Let's invest our latinum. Let's. That was one of the more entertaining segments, I think. But Ashlyn, how much latinum are you willing to put down up front?
I'm sensing sometimes.
I'm going to kind of ignore what you've been talking about, and also take you seriously that you are willing to recast if possible. So I'm going to give you 7 bars of latinum on this idea. I think a great script that you have watched is clearly a lot, to record down. So yeah, wonderful pitch.
All right, 7 bars. Yep. Which Ashlyn is going to leave you 26 that you can distribute at the end. Sam.
Oh, none. No, absolutely zero. This is I hate the original series. This is the worst pitch. Todd, you moved up a peg.
He's out of his mind.
Mike.
This man might as well have killed Roddenberry himself.
Oh my god.
Stop talking.
Stop.
I hate it. Stop.
That veg.
Sam, I think I might. Sam, I think I have a solution for us. Sammy, how much would it take to cut your brother out of this?
Oh. It will take
Now we're
nothing.
talking.
I will do it like that. He's out
Fantastic.
of here.
So
We can get an actual Scottish person. No problem.
Perfect. Great. So I will invest 5 up front, Sammy, with
On
the
that
caveat that Alex is completely out of the picture. And Sam, I'm happy to match, even if you want to throw in 1 latinum just to help this along. I totally feel you. So I feel like this is something we could partner on. This is definitely late night television. This is not something that we're going to throw in prime time, just to be clear, at least initially. But I think we need to mute Alex and have Sammy be a executive producer with us along with this. What do you think?
What do you think, Sam?
Can I do negative latinum?
You can't.
Carney was in it, Sam. We put Art Carney in it. Come on.
You know what? You did put Art Carney in it for the sake of Art Carney. I'm going to give him 2 bars.
2. All right, we're going on to 2. Giraffe, put us out of our misery. What are you going to
I want to get on the same deal than Mike.
Yeah. It's done.
And yeah, if we can have a recast and talk about certain interactions and so on, I think it's a good idea. And anything with Uhura anyway gets at least 5 bars of latinum. So here, 5 bars.
5
Thank
it
you.
is. All right.
Alex, don't cheer. It's not for you.
Alex is
I'm
out.
supportive of your dreams too, Sammy.
Oh, thank you.
So that gives you a total of 19 bars, which puts you in 3rd place behind MC and Mike and Lenita, and in front of Where's Beverly and Todd. Now, it's time for the final investment. So I'm going to need everyone to return. Can I get all of our former presenters to please return to the Quark Tank? Hello, everyone. Look at all those beautiful faces. Oh my god, I can't. I feel like that's some kind of weird silent protest going on from Adrian and Sophia. All right. So, look, what we're going to do now, so just so you know, get your pens and papers out, Quarks, because we've got a bit of work to do here. So, Giraffe, you have got 30 bars that you can distribute however you want. Ashlyn, you have got 26 bars that you can distribute however you want. Sam, you've got 24. And Mike, you have got 25. Does anyone want to put their hand by a show of hands? Does anyone want to make one whilst they calculate what they're going to give? Does anyone want to make one last final plea for some latinum?
Yes. If we can get up to 50 latinum, I will fly a shuttle straight into a sun while I'm in it and leave all the rights to the existing tape and script to Sammy.
All right. And I think, Adrian, I think you were about to speak then. What's your final plea?
If you invest in us, we will make something happen that no one has been able to make happen outside of fan fiction. And that is, again, Janeway and Chakotay touching butts.
Good to do. Excellent. I mean, I've been wanting to see a bit of butt touching in Star Trek for some time. Todd,
I've got something.
Oh, go MC.
Oh.
You go.
MC, how could you
Mirror
have more?
you-
You literally have.
I do have something. I have something. Mirror Universe Art Carney.
Ooh.
I would just say that I would love a moment in the MC universe of this holiday special, because at the end of the day, I want to see that holiday special. So just, let us have a commercial plug that we're coming up after MC's holiday special. So we can get a twofer here. We would love to follow MC on the night that hers is broadcasting. So I think that would be a really good 1-2 punch for the network.
Yeah, I want that too.
Excellent. All right, we've got a bit of teaming up. All right, and Todd, what's your plea?
Please.
Just please.
Yeah, listen. I've been here for every word of bashing.
Yeah.
For the other specials that didn't also make the Bechdel test. And I just feel like a simple please. I'm clearly not drunk. I'm acting. This is a bit.
You know what? I will definitely.
I realize saying that while I'm wearing this hat betrays me a little bit, but that just shows the length that I'm willing to go to. If it takes a funny costume or a funny hat or whatever, I'm down.
All right, Todd. And to your credit, you have taken a bashing this Quark Tank. You dived into the Quarks and you let them tear you apart, and you did it all. You took it all in your stride. So well done, my friend. Well done.
Every Christmas needs a villain. I'll be the villain. That's fine.
All right. In the chat, we are about to find out who is the winner. But from the remaining 3, I will throw up a poll in the chat for a People's Choice Award. Sorry, for the remaining 4. There's 5 people here. So let's go around and check how our Quarks want to invest their remaining latinum. I'll start with Sam.
Can I throw something in?
Oh yeah, go.
Just
go.
I would like to share my screen for just a second.
Oh, okay.
We have cast our 3 wise persons for the nativity. We have Guinan, Dax, and Kira Nerys. Just so you know, if that sways anybody, we have them on board. There we go.
Beautiful. Did you just put that together like whilst you were waiting?
Yes, I did.
Wonderful. Thank you.
As you can see, we take notes very well.
Yes.
We take your notes on board.
Nicely done. Done.
I like there's a yeah, you guys are in sync. You're a united force. All right. Sam, you have got 24 bars. How would you like to distribute it?
I have to say that these were all amazing pitches. You all did your homework. You all did great. but only one of these has everything I've ever wanted, and that is Todd's pitch, because Enterprise is the superior Star Trek, and so I'm going to give him 24 pieces of gold pressed latinum.
Bless you, sir. Bless you.
That make that easy. All right, Ashlyn, you have got 26 left. How would you like to split that up?
Okay, well, everybody's getting a little bit of love. So, where's Bev? I have to give you 8 more bars of Latinum. Really appreciate your pitch. I think Hallmark / National Geographic version of JC getting together is truly wonderful. Todd, I'm going to give you 3 more. Again, I love seeing Trip coming back. Hailing frequencies open. I'm giving you 8 more bars to get your songs off into the works. MC, I got to give you 6 more. Amazing pitch. And original siblings, I will grant you another bar of Latinum. 1 more. I believe that's my 26.
That is your 26. Great. Mike, you have got 25 left. How would you like to split that up?
Well, I definitely appreciate all of the pitches tonight. You have all done fantastic work, from costumes to graphics to additional graphics at the last minute. So first and foremost, I think we need to have that holiday special that is a review, is this cuts across all of the franchise, and Patrick Stewart is really hot right now and would bring in a lot of Latinum to our Quark Mark network. So I am going to give an additional 10 to you guys.
Which one was to that? Sorry, I missed that.
To the review, to Lenita and Mike.
Okay.
To hailing frequencies.
Additional 10. Yeah.
MC, I love the Lower Decks approach to this. I'm going to give you 9 more Latinum because that is amazing. Whereas Bev, you brought it with your costumes, you brought it with your storytelling. Really amazing job. I know one or both of you are up way past your bedtime, so I don't know if it's makeup or just how you would look at this time of night in general, but I am going to give you 2 extra bars of Latinum. And Sammy, we already have a deal to cut out Alex out of this production, so I'm going to throw another 2 bars your way. And Todd, I do love me some Enterprise. I do think that it's going to be late night television. The Bro Squad has gotten almost 100 years of television, very close to exclusively. So I think I have 1 remaining Latinum left.
You've actually got 2. You've got 2.
Oh, do I have 2?
Yeah.
Oh, MC, then give MC an extra 1, and Todd, you get 1 as a finale. I'm sorry. I just can't, sorry, I'm white, but I'm gay. I can't give the Bro Squad anymore. So if it doesn't, if it doesn't have some diversity in it, I am not interested, but I do love some Enterprise. So no hate on you, Todd, but just we need to catch up with the times, and I want the Quark Mark network to be successful. So I don't think you're going to bring in the Latinum that way, just because you're a little too niche for 2024. So
brutal, but fair. Grand Nagus, you've got 30 bars left before you get to use your Grand Nagus special power, by the way. Ooh. So how are you going to distribute that 30 bars?
Okay, so first of all, I want to right a wrong. because I didn't understand the rules at the beginning. And I would have definitely given 10 bars to Where's Bev team because, costumes and all this. I would have been all in. I didn't know. So already add 8 to them. So right the wrong. Okay. So I actually have 22 left.
You do?
Yeah. So now with my 22, what am I going to do? So I want to give 2 bars to hailing frequencies because I appreciate this logo color. I would have liked like some singing, but you added like wise women in the end. I like somebody that, is ready to adapt and think on their feet and, so 2 more. 20 bars. And I have a question for Todd. Where is he? Here. Hi. Why bench T'Pol? Could we revisit having T'Pol, which is my favorite character ever on Enterprise?
I love T'Pol. I think
her?
she was very underused, but I was also considering Jolene Blalock, who famously wants nothing to do with the franchise. So let's write for that. She went
was
to
at Star Trek Day.
When?
2 years ago? 3 years ago? 3 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, really.
I don't recall seeing her there, but okay.
Questioning my Quark knowledge? Somebody pull up the pictures. Tell me the year.
all that to say,
Davey's
all that
looking
to
for
say,
it. Look at
she
him.
has gone on record as not wanting anything to do with the franchise. So I felt that the inclusion of her going to Pajam, taking a vow of silence, the whole thing,
Thank you, Sam.
especially after she and Trip lose their child, I felt that was in line with her character.
So no T'Pol.
No, because I don't.
Okay,
if I
bars.
include
Okay.
her, if I include her, that's
Todd,
that's
just
going against
give
the
her what
character.
she wants.
She was on Star Trek on 2021. Thank you, Sam, for checking. Okay, so with my 20 remaining bars of Latinum, I'm gonna give 10 to MC and 10 to Where's Bev.
All right. Okay. So
Cocaine for you, Giraffe.
So as it currently stands, we've got coming in last, we have the original siblings on 22 bars.
This is an outrage.
And then we've got Todd on 31. Then we've got Where's Beverly on 39. Hailing Frequencies on 42. And MC on 66 bars. MC, I did say at the start that you, as Grand Nagus, you have special power. Once off, you can take a
I think you mean Giraffe.
Sorry, Giraffe. Yeah, sorry.
You said MC.
I did. Oh, that's okay.
I was like, oh, she has power?
We've been streaming for 2 hours now. I'm getting a little crack.
You're not the first person who has done it.
Yeah, it happens.
Giraffe, I apologize. You have a special power as Grand Nagus. If you wish, you can take a chunk of investment from however much you want from one of these competitors and give it to someone else. Or you can leave it exactly as it is. What would you like to do?
You sure you don't want to add to Paul?
He said no. I tried.
He's holding
Even Brad
firm.
said that she wasn't Star
It
Trek
would
there,
be
but no.
against her character. I'm paying attention to the character.
So, hailing frequencies. That's why I got you like extra points because, you worked with me. Thank you. I think that it's a bit sad that the original siblings are last because, Sammy did show a lot of, will to like work with us and yeet her brother into the sun. But I feel I'm getting a lot of heat already from like doing that episode. So I'm like, can I concert with the Quark? Like Quark Tank? Do you have any suggestions?
Any suggestions, Ashlyn?
Everybody is like tiptoeing now.
No, I'm not tiptoeing. Yes, if Sammy wants to go solo with us and cut out Alex, then I think we should steal some money from the T'Pol hating Todd, apparently, to Sammy. Sorry, it's not even a sibling. Sorry, one of them is in the sun. She's an orphan now. So I think we should show some love to Sammy, and maybe Todd and Alex can fly off into the sun together.
Can I do math a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
We have a people choice right now going up. Okay.
Yeah,
Let's because MC has so many points anyway. MC, are you okay? I'm gonna give 6 points from you to the original siblings, which brings you to 28. MC is still in the lead. We're gonna see that. That's perfect. That's a great Christmas special.
Thank you. And I will put T'Pol in my Christmas special if you want.
Yes.
Listen, fantastic. And you're at 28, and on the suggestion of Mike, I'm gonna get 10 points out of Todd and give it to the original sibling, which bring you at 1 point under. Where's Bev? I wanted to see Bev. Where's Bev also? But the Quark Tank have spoken.
Thank you.
So you took 10 from Todd and gave it to the Sibs, which has all right. So on that, the
38, right?
Yep. Everyone in the chat, please vote now for the People's Choice. MC remains in the lead, which is fabulous. And that has taken, Todd has now come down to last again with 21. We have got Original Siblings on 38, Where's Beverly on 39, Hailing Frequencies on 42, and MC on 60. And the People's Choice is open, and so far it is neck and neck for People's Choice between Computer Resume and Hailing Frequencies. Wait, no, it's still neck and neck. Oh my god. Okay, if you haven't voted yet, this is your opportunity to change. But whilst they're voting on their People's Choice, can we get a big congratulations and round of applause to MC, the winner of Quark Tank 2023. MC, what's your acceptance speech?
I really want this episode to be made, like seriously, so much. That's all I did was just like, what do I want to see in Lower Decks? That's why the Kelvinverse scene is freaking Spock and Uhura. Like this is my id, like on screen.
Amazing. Well done. It was, look, and a big well done to everyone, by the way. That was fabulous. And look, the People's Choice Award, it remains tight. We've got an even split between Hailing Frequencies and Computer Resume for first place in the People's Choice, and Original Siblings and Where's Beverly are tied on 13% as well. Oh, sorry, it's just changed. I'm going to end the poll there. Hailing Frequencies open. It's just taken out the People's Choice Award. 40% of the vote. Well done. Mike, Lenita, would you like to give your acceptance speech for the People's Choice?
Lenita, I know you're dying to say something.
First, giving honor to the Quarks and the people who voted for us. To all those new and old, thank you so much. We put a lot of hard work into this. We are super excited.
Well done. Well done. Well, that was a marathon effort. We've been streaming for over 2 hours now, but a highly entertaining stream, by the way. We have maintained high numbers in the chat the whole way. Everyone has been loving just the time, the effort, and the creativity that every single one of you has put into this holiday special. I wish we could see them all, but alas. Thank you so much. Let's just do really quickly, a few seconds each, anything that you would like to plug of where people can find you. I'll start with Giraffe.
You can find me everywhere on all social media at lyrical_giraffe with one F because it's in French. And most of the Thursdays now at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time on YouTube with Strange New Pod, and my co-host MC Frodo is just here also.
Amazing. And Ashlyn?
Yeah, I am one half of the Duras Sisters podcast. You can find us on social media as the Duras Sisters podcast and find our podcast anywhere you get your episodes. We are just now beginning our Mirror Universe series. So we're talking about all of the Mirror Universe episodes in all of Star Trek. So hop on that, jump in the transporter during an ion storm and join us for that.
Thank you, Ashlyn. And Mike Thurlow.
Well, I am one half of Deep Space Pride. You can find us at Deep Space Pride. Although we're only recording about monthly right now, life is really hectic and crazy. But you can find me at It's Mike Thurlow on Instagram, which is probably the place that you'll find me the most. So say hi there.
And a shout out to Mike's stunning Christmas tree in the background, by the way. I've been admiring that since you started. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike, and my good friend Sam Johnston.
Hey, I don't have really any social media, but you can find me at the Brotherhood of VarosCanusta.com. It's an organization dedicated to preserving and exploring the human experience. So we'd love to see you over there.
Thank you. And Todd?
Yeah, you can find my show, the Computer Resume podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts and on all the socials at Computer Resume. Our current episodes, we just loaded up interview episodes with Elizabeth Dennehy, who of course appeared in Best of Both Worlds, and Chase Masterson from Deep Space Nine. I did my first dramatic reading from one of the Star Trek comic books, Star Trek #2. And coming up this Monday, we'll be releasing an interview with TrekFest 38 model winner. It was a lot of fun, and we are covering the entire franchise in chronological order. So Computer Resume podcast on all the socials at Computer Resume.
Thank you, Todd. And the lovely ladies from Where's Beverly?
We are Where's Beverly. We just reviewed cocaine. We just reviewed a Hallmark's A Bit More Christmas with Jonathan Frakes and Robert Picardo, and we have a couple of more holiday specials coming out. We do a little bit of everything, but if you like Star Trek and the Muppets and fantasy football, you might like our podcast. And Sophia, where can the people find us?
We are on Instagram at Where's Bev, Twitter at Where's Beverly, and as always, send us your fanfic recommendations, pictures of your cat, Where's Beverly at gmail.com.
MC?
As Giraffe said, you can find me on Strange New Pod Thursday nights. You can often find me here, but mostly you can find me on all social media as MC Frodus, and I have started to put up more videos on my YouTube channel.
Thank you. Hailing frequencies open.
Hey, you can find me at the Mike Jones on all the platforms, and you can find us at Hailing Freak Open on X and all of those, or at hailingfrequenciesopen.com. And I'm particularly excited about an interview we just did with Sean Farrick about the adult entertainment industry and its connection to Star Trek. So it's a little blue. I don't think anyone's covered that topic before. It was really exciting to talk about. So please check us out. And I just want to say thank you, Davey, for bringing us all together to do this. I know it's a lot of work.
Thank you. I mean, the great thing about this episode is you guys wrote all the content, so that made it a lot easier on me. And last but not least, my good friends from the original siblings, where can people find you?
Well, Alex usually does this part, but he's flown into the sun, so
I'm not quite there yet. I haven't hit it yet. I'm moments away from burning up. Let me tell you guys right before I die. Star Trek: The Original Siblings. You can find us on all the streaming services, all the podcast streaming services. That is, you can find us on Instagram at STOSibsPod. And if you want to check out my YouTube, which is a little less Star Trek related, it's Real Alex Brisson. I review terrible movies. It's very silly, and it's quite a good time. Check out any of those things. We just watched that episode with the Native Americans from the original series, so if you want to hear us react to that, then go check it out.
Amazing. Thank you, everyone, so much for coming along and having a good time with this today. A big thank you and a big shout out to this show's associate producers, Matt Harker, Jason Anderson, and Lars DeSenza of the Red Shirt Geeks. Remember that you can help support this and other BQM programs by becoming a patron of the network over at patreon.com/BQN. There is one more Treksperts Quiz coming up next week for the year before I take a little break. That being said, if you are interested in being a contestant on the regular Treksperts Quiz format, you can register to do so by heading over to the website trekspertsquiz.com. Fill out the form at the bottom of the page and let me know that you want to be on the show, because I am on the hunt for contestants for early 2024. That is it for the Quark Tank Holiday Special. Whatever it is you celebrate at this time of year, I'm a big Christmas fan myself, so Merry Christmas if that's your thing. Hanukkah, all the rest. Hope you have a safe and a wonderful time. Thank you all for joining in on the show. And don't forget, until next time, no matter what you do and no matter where you go, make sure you go boldly, live long, and prosper.
What shows are on BQN, you ask? Well, here's a rundown of some podcasts you might be interested in. All Good Things, a Star Trek Universe podcast covering all of Trek, hosted by Amy, Mark, Christos, and Kelvin. Bargain Bin Gamer, a YouTube show hosted by Davey, a self-proclaimed gamer who specializes in reviewing and showcasing affordable video games. If you're lost in the Delta Quadrant, check out The Captain's Couch, a Star Trek Voyager podcast hosted by Jeremiah sitting on Janeway's Ready Room couch. Cinema Z, a film discussion and review podcast showcasing films you probably missed but should definitely check out, hosted by Mark, Matt, and Laz. Beam Aboard the Galaxy Class, a Star Trek Next Generation podcast covering all of TNG, hosted by Amy, Joe, Rhea, and Kevin. History with the Zilagis, a snippet of historical events from around the world, hosted by Chrissy and Jason. For the newest Trek coverage, check out Infinite Diversity, hosted by Chrissy and Thad. Test your Trek knowledge with Treksperts Quiz, a Star Trek quiz show hosted and written by Davey. Union Federation, covering all things Star Trek and the Orville, which we all know is really a Star Trek show, hosted by Kyle, Kevin, Amy, and Haley. Spill the Tea with What's the Tea, Bev? A Trek current events and fan interview show hosted by Christos. And for our Patreon members, we have The Hive Mind, BQN's monthly roundtable discussion with hosts and listeners. It's Green, a cornucopia of topics hosted by Mark. And Amy's Math Moments, a quick look at math moments in Star Trek, hosted by Amy. We know you have a choice of podcasts to choose from, and we thank you for listening to BQN. Assimilate the audio.
Double T Media.